Hi there, Malcolm here with my 208th Booktube video, and today I'll be bringing you my top 10 reads of 2024. I'll keep this short and sweet. It's not going to be a full-blown review of each and every single book. I've done those either individually or as part of a monthly wrap-up. I'll leave a link to the relevant videos down below if you want to go and see what I actually thought of them in slightly greater depth. But still, it's 10 books to get through, so let's get cracking. According to Storygraph, there were 65 5-star reads for me this year, and so it's quite a hard task whittling it down to just 10. I eliminated anything that was a reread because I knew I was going to like it because I reread it. I also tried to avoid more than one book from the same author, although I wasn't hugely successful with that one. And so these are in any particular order. I think number 1 is definitely deserving it, but the other 9 are more or less interchangeable. So first up, in 10th place is A Curse of Krakens. This was book 3 of the Seven Kennings trilogy by Kevin Hahn. A fantastic fantasy series telling the events of an interspecies war, but out of order. A very, very clever way it's told, and a really good conclusion to the trilogy. I highly recommend that series. In 9th place is Damn You Entropy, 1001 Science Fiction Quotes, edited by Guy P. Harrison. A fun collection of quotes from science fiction, books, TV series, films, from the 1800s to 2023. There's a fantastic selection of stuff collected in groups alphabetically from art through to war. Funny, poignant, a must-have to fans of science fiction. And it collects everything from Rick and Morty to Dune. The 9th place was Alien Clay by Adrian Tchaikovsky, a relative new author to me, and I really enjoyed this standalone science fiction adventure story on an alien planet that's treated like a prison, and the conscripts are to try and work out just how the planet works and investigate the various alien ruins, and it goes in a different direction to what you expect. Brilliant stuff. In 7th place was Mercy of the Gods by James S.A. Corey. This is book 1 of the Captives' War series, trilogy. I'm not quite sure how long this is going to be. A great new tale told by the creators of The Expanse. After a massive alien invasion, we follow a group of prisoners of war that are just trying to survive and work out the rules of their new existence. Really enjoyed it. Looking forward to more. In 6th place was Star Wars Vector Prime by R.A. Salvatore, book 1 of the New Jedi Order series. It's taken me a long time to get there. I've been going through the books chronologically, finally got to the New Jedi Order, and I wasn't disappointed. Great introduction to the series, and a very brave move bumping off a very significant character. Looking forward to moving on with the rest of the series. In 5th place is The Legendaries, The Stone of Javania, or translated from French. And this is a great graphic novel series where, due to a magical mishap, everyone's been turned into children, and the Legendaries, a band of heroes, team up again, this time as children, to go and see if they can reverse what's happened. This is book 1, and very much a getting the band back together type story, but really funny, great artwork, and a herald of dozens of books in the series and spin-off series. But would be quite a daunting series to invest in. I might see if I can find it online or something. Anyway, really enjoyed it. In 4th place was Service Model, also by Adrian Tchaikovsky, but very, very different to Alien Clay. And this one, a butler bot just happens to murder its master, and after being dismissed from the household, finds a world well beyond a post-apocalyptic setting, and it tries to find a purpose in existence in this world without humans in it. Funny, poignant, and in a world where AI is very much the talk of the town, very relevant. In 3rd place is The Dispatcher by John Scalzi. These are about 4 hours on Audible, free at the moment. There's 3 in the series so far, so quite a quick, easy one to whip through, and it's set in a world where people who are murdered reappear in bed, alive and well, without any of the trauma of whatever it was that killed them. And we follow a man who is a dispatcher who is basically there to stand by medical surgeries to murder the patient if something goes wrong, and so the patient doesn't die of an accident, because that is a permanent thing. He's there to step in and make sure they get murdered, and so reappears back at home. Although there is a 1 in 1,000 chance for it to be permanent, so it is a bit of a risk even then. And he goes on to various adventures within this weird world, and they're just so good. It's more of a crime thriller than a sci-fi thing. Obviously you've got that one aspect, but for the rest of it, it's the first one's there's a missing persons case, and he's got to investigate that one. Second one, there's a bank robbery, and the third one, there's a sort of cover-up going on. A lot of fun with a great main character. The second place was The Kraken Wakes by John Wyndham. Again, this is free and audible, or was at the time of listening. And this one's basically the War of the Worlds, but where the aliens come from the sea instead, having landed there. But rather than just a copy and paste of the story, it's a great commentary on world powers and how they would behave in a crisis caused by a source from somewhere else. A lot of finger pointing at each other rather than working together to deal with the issue. So I really enjoyed that. Now, obviously, everyone talks about Day of the Triffids, and they should. It is fantastic. But I'm really surprised that no one talks about The Kraken Wakes. Excellent story. And in first place was Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. This is one of those books that feature in all those 100 books you must read before you die type things. And having finally read it, I understand why. This was absolutely amazing. Set in a dystopian future where books are more or less completely banned. And we follow a fireman whose job it is to go and set fire to books, until he starts becoming a little bit curious about the items he is burning, and falls down a rabbit hole, as it were. And again, very relevant to what's been going on recently with book burning and book banning, and the whole argument about whether or not books should be banned or which book should be banned. Definitely one of those books you should read. So there you go, there's the 10 books I enjoyed the most out of 2024. However, there were 65 5-star books, so that was a very hard list to whittle down. I'll leave links to the various reviews or wrap-up videos where I've mentioned these books in the description box down below. But do feel free to comment on the books that I've mentioned. Did you like them? Did you not like them? Why didn't you like them? Why did you like them? Yeah, we're all different, so it's great to know what worked for you, what didn't work for you. Or if you'd like to share with me your top 10 books, then leave a link or a list in the comment section down below and I'll go and check that out. But otherwise, like, subscribe, do all those YouTubey things, or not, up to you. And until next time, see you later.